Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decode, the place where we decode the secrets inside every earnings report. And let me tell you, this latest filing from Tapestry has a little something special brewing for their CEO. So what is Tapestry, the company behind Coach Kate Spade and Stuart Weitzman up to on August 18? They dropped a current report detailing some significant executive compensation changes, specifically focusing on their Chief Executive Officer, Joanne Crevoiserat. Now, this isn't just a routine update, oh no, this is about a big juicy equity grant, a special one-time award that signals a lot about how the company views its top leader and its future. We're diving into what this means for Ms. Crevoiserat, her incentive to perform, and ultimately for us as investors or observers of the corporate world. Let's get straight to the heart of it. The big news is the company's Human Resources Committee decided to award CEO Joanne Crevoiserat a special equity grant, its value. A whopping $15 million. This is a big deal, and it's not just a pat on the back, it's a carefully crafted incentive. This $15 million grant is split right down the middle between two types of stock units, performance-based ones and time-based ones. The performance-based units are tied to a specific earnings target for the year 2028. But remember, this is based on a non-GAAP earnings per share figure, which means it's adjusted from the standard accounting numbers. They're essentially setting a goalpost for future financial success. Both parts of the award will vest, meaning they become fully owned by Ms. Crevoiserat 3 years from the date of the grant. This means she needs to stick around and perform well for at least that long to get the full benefit. Why give such a large bonus? Well, the company states it's to keep Ms. Crevoiserat motivated to drive steady growth and create value for shareholders. They see this as a way to ensure long-term talent retention and help with succession planning, which is always a critical area for any major company. The committee that approved this grant didn't do it lightly. They looked at Ms. Crevoiserat's track record, her strategic thinking, and how well she's created value for the company's shareholders. It seems they're very happy with her leadership. There's another interesting detail here. Ms. Crevoiserat will be eligible for retirement provisions on her current equity awards around November of 2025. This means she'll be a certain age and have enough service time with the company to get special treatment on her usual bonuses. So this special $25 million grant is perhaps also a way to ensure she stays engaged and focused even as she nears potential retirement from her regular compensation packages. Now let's talk about the strings attached. This special grant is actually tougher to keep than your average bonus. If Ms. Crevoiserat retires or quits voluntarily without a very good reason during the vesting period, she loses the whole thing. That's a pretty strong leash. However, if she's let go without cause, meaning the company fires her unfairly, or if she quits for a really good reason that the company agrees with, she'll still get a portion of the award based on how much time has passed, which is standard practice. But of course, if anything happens to her, like death or disability, the award vests immediately, meaning she or her estate gets the full amount, no questions asked. The company emphasized that they did a lot of research before approving this grant. They looked at what other companies do. They considered Tapestry's own performance, their growth plans, and their goals for keeping talented people and planning for the future. They even brought in outside experts, the company's compensation consultant, to help make sure this award was fair and appropriate for the situation. It's crucial to understand this is not part of her regular yearly pay. This is an extra special bonus for a special situation. While this summary gives you the gist, the real detailed agreement between Ms. Crevoiserat and Tapestry is a much longer document, and that's where all the nitty-gritty terms and conditions are laid out. And that's the official sign-off on this particular filing dated August 2025. The report itself is signed off by David E. Howard, who holds the title of General Counsel and Secretary, basically the company's top lawyer, making sure all these filings are buttoned up legally. So what's my take on this Tapestry is investing heavily in its CEO, Ms. Crevoiserat's tenure, seems highly valued, and this $15 million grant is a clear signal of that. The performance metrics are forward-looking, tied to long-term earnings growth, which is generally a good sign for shareholders wanting sustained success. However, the strict forfeiture conditions, if she leaves voluntarily or retires without good reason, highlight the company's strong desire to retain her leadership through potentially potentially critical growth phases and upcoming transitions, particularly as she nears eligibility for retirement benefits on her regular grants. This feels like a proactive move to secure top talent during a time of anticipated leadership changes or continued strategic expansion. The company's direction seems to be one of confidence in its current leadership and a strategic focus on long-term earnings, as evidenced by the performance-based units. A key risk here could be how this large executive compensation package is perceived by employees and the broader market, especially if the company faces any public relations challenges. Ultimately, this filing tells a story of strong executive confidence and a deliberate strategy to retain a leader deemed crucial for future growth and shareholder value. It's a substantial investment in their CEO, a bet that she will continue to deliver significant returns for Tapestry. Alright, that's our breakdown of Tapestry's latest filing. What's your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.